First Blood.
Yep, so Team First Blood obviously wants to go for these spread out approaches, because again, that's what you get with the Akai. But the thing is, Joy Bodge, he's gonna be more utility this time around. We're so used to seeing Joy Bodge be lethal. We're used to seeing Joy Bodge go on the offensive and force out these kills. This time around, I think he'd be happy to just split people up and then leave the rest to maybe Gina and the Prophecy.
Yeah, and we are seeing just an average right here. Not too much harassing going on by either team, or even really getting too much vision. They already know where each other's going to be here, so they're kind of leaving it up from there. We do see Joy Bodge kind of sneaking up here as Gina gets a little low, maybe baited in here, as Joppa's going to have to run for cover in this bush. Prophecy's going to be joining him. Are they going to be able to get Sanguine Claws come out here? Joppa's going to have to activate that sprint, and does get taken down. First Blood going to First Blood.
Oh, how poetic. A minute in, and I was waiting. Joppa, flicker and jump in. But the thing is, he didn't even have flicker. He had sprint, which makes sense. But just the same, he just hit level 2, if I'm not mistaken. And the cooldown on his mobility skill, or just wasn't there yet, or he didn't even pick it up quite yet. I was paying attention to the rest of the map, because that's what you do in the first minute of the game. So I think First Blood read into that very well, that they spaced out Joppa. So now for that Clint, it's a story of recollecting himself and going back to center, because we're not used to seeing Joppa die so early. Whoa, but the swing back!
Yeah, and in answer to that kill, they all do come storming down here into the bottom lane and able to pick up the kill onto Luffy, who wasn't expecting. I mean, this is going to be one of those games where every little mistake, every little inch you step out is going to be punished by both of these teams. And we do see Indo and the rest of New Wave starting on this turtle. Not sure if First Blood is in a position to really counter a Prophecy coming in with that Bat's Feast, as Kid takes up with the damage. We have the chains coming out, and we do see Kid able to take up and pick up that turtle there. We don't see a kill on either side, as both teams wisely. Oh, Joy Bodge is trying to disengage. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get away. He does, and we do see a kill picked up on Joppa again, up at top.
And that's what I'm talking about. As a Clint, as Joppa specifically, dying in the early game is unfamiliar territory. And I think Gina God Mode figured that out. And he said, you know what? Joppa, I know what it's like. I know what it's like being one of the best gold laners in NACT somewhere right now. It's not easy to bounce back. As that happens, Joy Bodge finds one. Could be an engage, I think not. So with that being said, again, Joppa's having a very, very difficult time. Real quick though, I gotta commend Kid. Very, very Chad-like, just walking up. Lethal counter, thank you very much, walks away.
Yeah, and that was a good engagement too from that turtle of First Blood. As soon as they got the turtle, entire team disengaged. They didn't need the fight. They didn't want it. They have a plan, and they are sticking to it. And this is what I like to see from the teams up at this level, with those trying to iron out those mistakes and keep it a very nice, sharp, and crisp game.
And so far, it's Team First Blood who's getting everything that they want. Against a team that's as skilled and talented as New Wave, being about 1,000 gold ahead, under 5 minutes, taking objectives like that, maybe just giving one death. And you're giving it to a hero that doesn't mind, right? You're giving it to a Tams in the side lane. He doesn't care. He can die like 2 or 3 more times across the, early game into the mid game, under 10 minutes, and he's fine. But speaking of which,
yeah, down at the bottom, it does look like Luffy does get caught again. A 2v1 Kid actually in trouble here. He's going to be trying to spin away. I'm not sure it's going to be enough. Him out. Indo might be in trouble. The tower is not enough damage to get away, and he might be in trouble. Caught by the chains is Kid, unfortunately, and that brings the score up to 2-3, and now New Wave have that slight gold advantage.
Oh, the juggle by Indo. I'm thinking he's building some level of tankiness on that Dairoth. Something to watch out for. False engage in mid could turn out into a hairy situation. They let go. So I'm liking so far how New Wave across the map has recovered, and they take down one more in mid.
Oh no, yeah, Prophecy does get caught there. We do see a fight here as Turtle Kid is spinning his life away. That enhanced chains does come out there, and Kid is able to take down Dogtor and now trying to make his mistake as Tamal and Ziggy are on him. Enhanced chains coming out. Kid is able to dash away, and he goes all the way back to the safety of the base, but that does leave open his red buff for New Wave.
The kid who lived. He's fine. Again, Sho and Indo, you're not the only one who can get away with 1 HP and a dream. But yes, he will lose his orange buff. So that is one more chance for New Wave to match up and to grow this. Wow. 2K lead suddenly. What a swing back. Again, these shutdown kills and just securing a turret. And securing that turtle puts him at even Stevens right now. Mid, though, not at home for TFB.
Yeah, they do see that they are trying to get away now. Gina Godmo coming in with that blazing duet is able to take down Indo, and Tamal is still here right in the middle, does activate that fatal links, and we are seeing Gina go down there. Kid is trying to run away. I'm not sure he's going to be able to. That's slow. He does dash and is able to get back to the safety of the mid tower, and man, there's always an answer here right now. Even if you are able to get the lucky kill, you have New Wave coming in and answering back right away. So there always needs to be some type of exit plan. And Luffy, it does get caught by that enhanced chains and caught in a bad way between Ziggy and Joppa there, and does unfortunately die.
J and Z. Hova, the thing is, I said that Luffy can die 2 or 3 more times. I mean, literally. He may be putting himself out there a little too much. Sandbagging onto New Wave, but you're just not built to do that quite yet, not with not enough items. And here you see that he'd even use the Vengeance, but they're not done!
Yeah, that Fatal Links did catch on to 2 members, and it does. They are able to pick them off. Gina trying to put on the damage, but there's not much you can do there, especially as they are pushing in there. And right now, New Wave, it is all them right now as this next turtle is up, and it looks like they have turned their sights onto this purple buff.
They did not put respect on Tamal's name. Private, are you seeing what I'm seeing? There is a sincere lack of greens on the side of Team First Blood. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about Purify. Nothing there.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's been leaving them over. Joybaj does get caught by the trio, the menage a trois of damage from New Wave there, able to tank down Joybaj there. And it's just, especially Tamal. Oh God, he's coming in there. He does capture it onto Luffy, who might be in some trouble here. He's going in, does get popped up by that enhanced chains as well. Prophecy is able to take down, and then there goes down Indo as well. So they are trying to turn this around. It is a 1-for-2 trade there in favor of Team First Blood, and this might be the little bit of breathing room that they need.
This game, 6-13 at 8 minutes. It's sloppy, it's messy, it's scrappy, it's very wet. A lot of the fights start out in the river and then extend into the smaller corridors of the jungle. And again, it's very wet because a lot of it is in the hands of Tamal. Again, the fact that there's no Purify, I can't believe it took us this long to notice. But the fact is, you are very mobile. You have the BMI, you have the dash from Kid. You have these jumps. It's really only Prophecy who's relatively safe. But the fact is, you did not respect Tamal's fatal links. And yes, Doctor died here twice now, compared to Luffy's 5 times, and now Kid's gonna go down too. New Wave just can do whatever they want. New Wave can say, all right, this is the fight we're taking. It's this many men, and these are the objectives we want. And Team First Blood just mostly has to say, okay, because of the fact that there's an Atlas.
Yeah, we do see them kind of swarming around Luffy, who is going to be taken down by Joppa there on that Clint. And unfortunately, what we're talking about here is just Atlas. There is no plan for it right now. I thought maybe they were very trusting in their, oh, we do see Joppa go down there, but I thought that they were just really trusting in their ability to get away from those fatal links. But as we can see in this game, I mean, that's not the case. I mean, he's coming in, as soon as he gets those, he's catching 1, 2, 3 players in it. So, I mean, maybe a little bit of a mistake, maybe a little bit of not enough forethought into giving Atlas to a player like Tamal, who is just a surgical with that ult.
Yeah, something tells me maybe Team First Blood would have rather overloaded the Fatal Links, and you can see moments wherein they could. You can see how they're willing to trade for it. But so far, the 4K gold lead, these debts on these key heroes like Luffy and Kid. The only reason why I'm pointing out the debts on the Tom so much is because it's so important. But look at this! Oh!
Yeah, we do see a lot of damage coming onto them. Indo is going down there. Prophecy is able to get the kill onto that, but the tower does go down to Clint, and we have a little bit of a fight here. It looks like they are kind of vying for position. Dogtar up at the top, while Joppa is taking down these minions at mid. But Joybaj, it looks like they're going to go ahead and disengage here. They were able to get a tower with that non-luminescent Lord there, so decent value out of it. And man, right now, First Blood needs to think of something as another tower goes down. They are left to only inhibitors.
And slowly but surely, they're going to get locked into their own base. We've seen New Wave do this in the knockout stages. We've seen them do this when necessary here in effectively the playoffs since yesterday, since last night's broadcast. If they need to lock you in and they need to take your resources, they will. They'll take it one step at a time, A, B, and C. And that's going to be very difficult for Team First Blood because you have Prophecy. You have a Sicilian that needs all those farm. Same with Gina. And Gina's doing good, actually, to be fair. When you're down 4K gold and you're still sitting at 5-1 and 2, looking at his items, he just needs one more that looks like it might actually be somewhere between... what is that, actually? He's building... a dominance.
He's really deep. Yeah, I think he's going in for some type of defense now. Probably just because of the amount of offensive ability from New Wave right now.
Shield,
when
maybe?
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see how well it works. And that's what kind of happens when you're this far back and you have to kind of sacrifice that damage for some type of defense because you're taking too many deaths here. But we do see a little bit of an engagement here, just toying around while they are into these minions. But he is diving deep, is Joy Boy activating into here. Fatal Links does miss there, and right now we have a full-blown fight right now as Tamal is getting taken down. That blazing duet onto Indo, who does get away. Enhanced chains does pop off Kid, and we do see that lethal counter does go wide. Oh, he is able to get out of there, but Dogtor is on the chase right now. We have lost 2 members of New Wave, and we're gonna actually 3 members now. So that is a 1-for-3 trade. Things starting to pick up for the side of New Wave, but here at the bottom, you can see them macroing up.
So far, so good. Team First Blood clawing their way back into a respectable position. Now New Wave has to think about it again. No longer can they leverage the fact that there's no quick answer for the Atlas. Oh, face full of bullets. Ziggy takes there. Very, very full of lead. So that being said, now it's New Wave's turn to find a new angle. Because their Team First Blood in that last team fight, you saw how with the help of Joybaj, with the help of that heavy spin, they're able to deny the big 5-man Fatal Links, or at least a big 5-man team fight, a 5v5. So they forced Dogter to go cut into the back line. They isolated the important parts of New Wave, and now that's New Wave's problem to solve, because if they don't switch it up, if they keep forcing the same engagement, Team First Blood is going to own up more of the map. It's going to turn blue, and then next thing you know, Gina God Mode just takes the game away from them. Gina God Mode is just doing great, by the way. A lot of the problems that Team First Blood's presenting is off the back of that Claude.
Yeah, and it's been an amazing, you were saying it before, even 4K behind, Gina still providing like just that fear into New Wave, that when you see him coming in with that blazing duet, still able to find the angles to get the entire team, still get them low. And right now we're seeing something that we don't usually see too often, whereas New Wave is kind of being crept upon in the late game, and that's usually where they shine.
So it looks like Team First Blood did their homework, made sure that regardless of where you are in the game, early, mid, or late, they've got an answer. And so far, they may have left out. I mean, too little too late, you missed a spot. That's going to be tough. That's a permanent mark. That's a bit of damage you're never going to come back from, and there's at least some kills down bot.
And you were just talking about that engagement by Joybosh is able to pin 2 of New Wave against the wall. The rest of Team First Blood come in and scoop up those kills very easily. It is now a 5v3 as minions are crashing into mid. Still 97 seconds left onto this turret, but they're going to be able to push probably into the inhibitors here right now. Dog Turret might be in a little bit of trouble right now. Does go in, and with that concealed play, this tower does go down, but we still have 3 towers up at top. So not a terrible position for New Wave right now, but they are gonna have to, like you said, come up with another plan here. Oh, Joybosh does get caught into the corner, heavy spin onto him, and they are able to take him down. But here comes Tamal with that big boy ult onto 3 members, and down goes Gina. So the rest of Team First Blood is definitely gonna have to disengage as they lose, I wanna say, that pinnacle of their damage so far.
Yep, a huge swing back of the gold, or at least the way to catch up for New Wave, because for the past, I'd say 2 minutes, and maybe 2 team fights, Team First Blood was calling the shots, Team First Blood was in the driver's seat. So now New Wave them scoot over very, very kindly, but not quite in control just yet. Looking at the items, he did eventually build it into an Athena's shield. That's what threw me off. He eventually sold the leg plates. So maybe that was a little bit of a band-aid solution to what New Wave was presenting. So now he's finally going into that last damage item. We're talking about Gina God mode. Let's check out New Wave. Very, very tight budget for Tamal here, despite sitting at 0, 3, and 12, only having the bare minimum. Those are the 3 core items he needs. I'm guessing he needs 1 more defense item, physical defense, because despite having 2 bodies, despite having perfect match and overloading potentially the blazing duet, it's clear that Gina God mode still hurts. Look at this.
Wow, look at that. Look at how they band together, charge in, and immediately able to take down Ziggy. And this might be a good Luminous Lord for the side of First Blood here right now. We do see the rest of New Wave starting to rally now as First Blood is trying to take them out there. Jappa does go down to Prophecy, and this Lord actually might go over to First Blood here. Kid, yeah, there's nothing that they can do to stop it. This is another Luminous Lord, and looks like they're going to be focusing their attentions onto this top lane.
Yep, so Team First Blood just being oh so honest. I saw where Indo was positioned. Indo was in that bush up top, close to the Lord Pit in the back, just right behind that wall, and I guess he was trying to be sneaky about it, but how do you do that against a Balmond that, yes, mind you, has no retribution? I think Indo did do well to time that out. He did his due diligence, but there's still that lethal counter. It's so hard to sneak one away from Kid here, from a Balmond nonetheless. So with that being said, New Wave, again, they tried to be sneaky. I saw what they were doing with that bottom lane inhibitor. Not quite so. Not again, says Team First Blood. You already did it to mid. We're not going to let it happen again. And now Team First Blood looking to close it up. This could be the last one. This could be the final blow, Private.
Yeah, the lane's not exactly where First Blood would want them right now. So they are going to go ahead and join this Luminous Lord. It does put the damage jumping into that bottom turret. And we are seeing Indo go down here, followed by 2 towers. So we are in the base of New Wave right now. We are seeing the damage go down here. Luffy does get taken down. That is the last inhibitor. Are they going to be able to get this right now? It is all First Blood if they can get this core down. But they are... Oh my god, look at the damage. They are finally able to do it. Such a close play right there, too. Honestly, what a great victory for Team First Blood.
And sometimes I hate it when I'm right, but TFB here, it stood for the final blow. I can't believe how quickly and how swiftly they presented a problem that New Wave did not have an answer